All right, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Chechnya. We are 2036, year 2036. We've just taken over the Maldives. We went ahead and annexed it to use it as a military base to further our expansion into the Indian Ocean region to grab resources as quick as we can, really. We don't have the political power we need. So unless I lower our expenditure on research, kind of, and policing, which are not real viable, those are things we need. We're just going to be where we're at for now. And we are fighting to get our way up to a percentage of the world's influence through GDP. We just passed the 10 trillion mark. And that places us on the front page? No? Nope. We're still not on the front page. We really need to hit that 11 trillion GDP mark. So, progress has been made, but not enough. There's still more to be done. We did just get our new fighter frame. So the Astrakhan is going to get upgraded again. And we're going to call this the 2036. We'll call it the Chechnyan Astrakhan AS2. You know what? We'll give it it's an air superiority light plane, so that'll work for the skin. Yeah. Oh, and future armor just finished up. All right, let's go ahead and hold plane designer open. We did just finish our research here. These are battle stations, aren't they? We need these computer systems. All right, so we're gonna want internal air-to-air weapons. We want the 30mm cannon on it. More internal AA. Go ahead and upgrade everything to max. If I remember right, yeah, forward swept. It reduces radar though. That's huge on flight range. Variable gives you some good stuff, but not what you need. Diamond seems to be the best. Yeah, so you get radar advantage, speed, and air attack. With obvious base air defense. We want the max tier electronic warfare suite. I have never put this on. I don't know how integrated drone systems are in this. I've never actually used that. That's intriguing to say the least about it. Redundant systems. So backup flight controls gives huge benefits. This gives you speed, which lowers your fuel usage, but we're going to go for radar advantage. And this will put us where? 98%. Yeah, we'll keep this here. And we'll just go ahead and save that as Model 1. Alright, so we're going to switch to our 5th gen frame. The Astrakhan AS2. Which is purely an air superiority fighter. Good. And we can start working on getting our upgrades for that set in stone. We do have some more foreign investment we can do. And then, like we got personal multispectral camouflage, so we can max out optical camouflage. No, we cannot. We need the research still. Alright, so let's go ahead and get drones maxed out. Like we have more foreign investment. NATO doesn't want to deal with us. That's a ominous sign. Love seeing that. That's what you really want to see. Let's go ahead and invest with China there. Is that foreshadowing for us without too much effort by the game? That's fun. Alright, let's check out what Sri Lanka has here. And let's check on the intel that our spies got in from Europe. That's crazy. It's absolutely insane. We have 12 million barrels worth, or fuel storage capacity here. We're up to 0.61 again. Family planning. Well, I didn't mean to click on their focus tree. Still no Navy. They still have a ton of combat air support. They have 1,000 planes, and they're using light multi-role frames, so our air superiority fighters will absolutely shred these. They're just way ahead of us in quantity. So what we're going to go ahead and do, first we're going to hit up Indonesia here. Then we're going to hit up Chile and Indonesia. Didn't mean to double click. And we're going to go with Europe again. We're going to bump everything we can into air superiority fighters. We want to push our upgrades. Alright, so the Urals will trade us. We do have some tech metals we can grab, but not many. This is going to be what defines our ability to make modern equipment. So we'll go ahead and keep trading with everyone we can right now. All right, and then we got a new slot here. Like, I'm not missing a research that like would have. That's annoying. Like, they didn't move some button somewhere that I just can't click. Looks like 5% unemployment. I really don't care if they're unfulfilled. We just want the partial benefits anyway. Well, that stinks. Lower our stability some more. And we're going to keep trading with everyone we can for tech metals. All right, let's check our production. Where are the military factories? Here and power plant. Okay, good. And then what we're going to do is right here, add the new Astrakhan. And look at that range. It's a very good defensive aircraft. southern Russia. Honestly, we could back this from this airfield here. And we did get our radar. Torpedoes would be nice, but we're not going to do that. First, we're going to go for point defense. And we're going to move away from aircraft research. It's not as important, as we have kind of got all the key things we already wanted out of it. Yeah, we're making 2 aircraft a week now. And this is going to be their own air wing. This is going to be the interception wing. Are we missing equipment? We need infantry fighting vehicles, but I don't see... Yeah, this makes sense, but I don't know. I was like, why are we in deficit? I'm in training, maybe? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stop training with all these units. Go ahead and look at trade. See where we're in deficit of light metals. Okay. We need military factories. Max tilt right now. Yeah, so the garrison here is what's probably using... Okay, yeah, so once our compliance goes up, That'll be fine. Oh, I don't have this wing form yet. Let's get future wing forms. So steel. Definitely have issues with tech metals. All over the place. That is a huge problem. Honestly, we can solve our light metal imports just by taking the Free Syrian Army area here. We would have to core it though. Any of these other actions we take, we're going to have to make them cores. So I do need to think and evaluate how we do this. As well. Like, I really can't just jump in on these. Not while we have as much territory as we have in Limbo. We're making 3 fighters a week right now. That's pretty good. That'll keep getting better as we get more factories. It's about 1,000 planes a year, or no, sorry. That's 150 planes a year. So at this rate, we would take 10 years to match Kazakhstan even. That's unacceptable. We'll have to fix this. Yeah, that's way too long. Still have tech metals issues. Yeah, Somalia would be good for steel, a little bit of oil. Tech metals are on Madagascar, so that is notable. Again, rubber would be solidified just by getting Sri Lanka. So I think getting Sri Lanka, as we initially planned, is probably going to be the move. Let's check what intel we've gathered. Oh, they actually do have significant military forces in the area. No air force. They do have a huge navy, though. So we would not actually be able to land on Sri Lanka. Which is wild. That's a wild thing to learn. Alright, we'll start. So without significant upgrades to our military, we're not going to be able to do anything there. Let's check Madagascar. Yeah, Madagascar with the tech metals would be our next preferable area to land in. I'm not seeing a navy, so Madagascar is actually viable for us. This will be a much harder invasion because we'll have to do a marine landing against a fairly large force. But definitely viable. Looks like there is a compliance issue here. That'll go down though once our compliance strength goes up. There's no suppression from that. I'd much rather have mechanical brigade. Like, what are we doing, guys? How's production looking? We're almost up to 4 a week. Yeah, if we can make it up to 1 per day of the Ostrakhan, we'll be doing all right at that point. Because it'll take 3 years to match Kazakhstan's Air Force. Yeah, so they have about 1,000 air superiority fighters possible to send at us. Yeah, I'm eyeing Madagascar. I'm thinking this is... That might be hard, though. More difficult than not. Yeah, looking here... It would almost take our full army to invade this. So even if we land navally, we have to land with stuff that can take ports that are very well defended. Like, we would have to grab this port. And a side territory so we don't get deleted. Which is extra rough. Alright, so we did just get a upgrade for our aircraft. We're getting the wing form. Really should get AWACS. even if it's the low end first. Here we are, 10 billion a week in foreign investment. Check our productivity. We're at 4 a week for planes. We're going to start stockpiling. And these air wings are not going to upgrade. Because that airframe changed. Yeah, so let's look at these fighter wings here. Fourth gen. I'm gonna go ahead and delete all these fighter wings. We're just gonna have these planes in reserve, but they're effectively useless in the modern battlefield, so we'll keep them that way. And let's see. Go ahead and get some of these. They're going to be air superiority rolling in Kazakhstan from there. What are we getting here? I think we have compliance points at what, 25%, right? Garrison reduction, recruitable population goes up. At 40, we get more resources and industry. At 60, more recruitable population. Provisional government of the Maldives. Yeah, we would have to be able to create collaboration governments. Hmm. That's rough. Let's see, construction, how many do we have? We do not have a ton of factories available to us. Looks like we're short tech metals again as well. They are only delivering one of our tech metals from the Philippines. Yeah, so we're going to be in a massive deficit of technological metals. Just help invest in the US. Maybe they'll stay our friend. That'd be funny if the Maldives rises up in civil war. And we're almost to 25%, which reduces our garrison requirement. Does this go up daily or what is this? Yeah, it looks like it goes up daily. Okay, so we hit 25. Alright, cool. That is going to be the end of the episode, though, as we figure out what we're going to integrate going forward and how we're going to get onto Madagascar. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode. Oh, didn't mean to do that.